Hey, it's Lisa Free 22 and welcome back to my channel. I absolutely love doing these videos because it's my spirit speaking through me, to me, and to all of you. And so it's very fun and very powerful, and I just really happy to share with you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I feel the energies of all of you, and it's just an exciting time to be alive and to understand, the law of attraction and how it works in our lives and how different it makes everything. And I wanted to talk about know thyself because, of course, that's part of your meditation. But it's very key to everything that you're going to do in your life, because we've been conditioned to think that we should only think of others and sacrifice and surrender is the way to go to show that you care. But no, that's not true. We show that we care by knowing who we are, and then having that in place, things will easily flow so that we can help others from a place of abundance, a place of power, not from a place of weakness. Like I say, we see people in a very strong place, and that's what they will rise to. And so that's how that works. When you know yourself, you don't feel like you're sacrificing anything, or putting yourself on the back burner and everybody else is getting taken care of but you. None of that is going on. And so it makes a big difference, because if it's a duty and I have to, and you're feeling like, hey, I need to get away and take care of me, and people make you feel selfish about that, then it's like this cycle you get stuck in, that even if you want to go take care of yourself, you feel guilty. And there's just no reason for that. There's no reason for that. But that's the kind of, mentality that a lot of us are under. But it's so much more powerful when you take care of yourself, give yourself the time and energy that is needed to know yourself, and to be fully in love with yourself, and to be your own best friend, and to realize that nothing and no one outside of you is there to complete you. They can enhance everything that already is, but they're not there to complete you. And it's very, very good to know that. Very good to know that. And I personally like my alone time. I didn't grow up with a big family and all kinds of things going on all the time, so I got used to, just being on my own, and it really, I like it. I like not having, to have a lot of different things going on, and being so busy that I can't even, think straight. It's just so nice to just be, and to sit and contemplate and look around, and just feel everything around you, and really drink it in, and not look at it and say, oh, I don't have anybody to do anything with, and I'm so lonely, and all of that. It's like, no way. When I get a chance to be alone, it's absolutely delicious. I mean, I love it. Like, I can turn up the music. I can, burn my incense. I can ring my tingshas and vibrate through the house. It's just super fun. I can sing, I can dance, I can play my rakumi drum, and I don't have to worry about a thing. So it's really, really fun, and I love it. So we have to fall in love with ourselves and really feel good about who we are, separate from anything and anyone. Because then you're not going to have these unhealthy attachments when, things come into your life or relationships. You're just going to enjoy them for what they are, but you're not going to make them everything so that your life is completely destroyed if they're not there. That's not a good place to be. So that's part of knowing yourself. Like, say you you find a very powerful place to be, and people actually benefit from you in a much better way because you have so much to give now, so much that you've nourished yourself with, that you now, are in a place of feeling good and able to have solutions to the things that are out there that may need answers. But when you're in a, bitter, resentful place, taking care of everyone, and you're not being taken care of, then it just really creates more problems and more issues, and it really doesn't help anyone. So it's just really fun to be able to just let go of all that and realize that it's not your job. It's not your job. You don't have to feel guilty for taking care of yourself. And you're not responsible for how other people feel. Okay, it's not your job to make sure your kids feel good because they're all different, and the personalities of each one is different. So even if you had the most perfect day with one of your children, the other one is probably not thinking that, because they like things differently and they're different personalities. And so it's an impossible task, it's not your job. And so it sets you free from that idea, and you realize that it's my job to make me feel good, no matter the condition. I can look around and I can find beauty, I can find appreciation for all kinds of things, and, make my life the way I want it to be, tell my new story, create my reality. But I can create yours. But through me feeling good, those vibrations are there. So it's easier for you, to catch on to that idea. And so, we can help each other in that way. But it's a personal choice, And it's like I was doing this video, and the next thing I know, it went dark. And it was like, okay, some people would be like, I just sat down and did this video and said all these things, and now I lost all that. And, you could just kind of go down that road and just think, whatever, I'm done. Or you just laugh about it and turn the camera back on and start over and see how it goes. So it's no big deal. We make such a big deal about everything. And it really helps when you take a breath and just kind of smile and say, it's okay. It's really okay. And if you can, laugh, and that breaks. There's something about laughing that just kind of breaks the mood to bring about something more that you need, that you're looking for. And, ideas can come and solutions can come, and it just becomes more fun. And that's, I'm learning that, and I'm trying it. And, my grandson lives with us right now, and he's 5, going to school for the first time. And so he's, experiencing new things, as we all are. And I forget what it was, but he was just really frustrated about something. And I just said, I smiled and I said, it's not that big a deal. You're making way too big a deal of this. And you could see just immediately he's kind of, looking at me and going, yeah, why am I making a big deal about this? I said, another day, something else will happen. It'll all be fine. And, those simple things that you do can change everything for everyone. Like I say, even though they're making their own choice, your vibration kind of owns the room, and people can catch on to that and follow. And so I'm trying to learn how to step back from a situation and not be so serious, and just give myself a break, and let me feel light. Let me feel not so heavy about everything in life. Let it just be light and have fun with it. And then amazingly, when you do that, all these things come together that would never have happened if you had stayed in that place of being serious and looking at the problem and just feeling worse and worse and worse. So it really is ironic how that happens, but feeling good and seeing yourself in this strong place, the new story that you want to tell about your life, really does work. It really does work, but it's like anything else, we're so used to instant everything, stick it in the microwave and get it, and go to the fast food place and get our food, or even have it delivered to us now. We're not used to having to go through the process and, sift and sort and calibrate our emotions, because if we don't understand how that works, when something good comes along, we're really not going to get it. We're not going to appreciate it. We're not going to see, how it got from here to there. We're just going to say, okay, this is great. But you don't want to just do that. You want to understand the process, and then how fun it is to, get from one place to another as far as your emotions go, so that you can start seeing the power that you have over your reality. And, it takes practice. Like I say, in my last video, 22 days, it says 21 days to break a habit, but 22 I say, because that's my number, the master builder number. And after 22 days of appreciation, meditate, appreciate, celebrate, you're not going to want to stop, because you're going to see so much good happening that you're going to want to keep that going. And like I say, it doesn't matter. Some days, are easier to feel good than others. And that's part of the process too. Like I said, you're looking at resistance or old habits or conditioning or whatever. So you're molding and shaping the energies around you through emotion and thought to bring about this beautiful new story that you want to tell. And that's knowing yourself, know thyself. It's a very powerful, powerful thing, because we really don't know ourselves. We know ourselves through the eyes of someone else, what they think about us, or what, the news tells us, or what school tells us, or church tells us, or even what we tell ourselves. We don't even know who we are. How are we ever going to help anyone, including ourselves, if we don't know who we are? So that is so key and so powerful. Don't take that for granted. Say, oh yeah, I know myself, No, you don't. I mean, most people don't. They just don't. Because we live in this world of contrast, which is great, because it helps us recognize, what we don't want versus what we do want. And that's great. But, we don't want to stay stuck there. We want to say, yeah, I do want to know myself. Who am I? What am I here for? What am I capable of? What what more can I bring to the table? And it doesn't matter what age you are, you know, what sex you are. None of those things matter. How, you know, all of it. It's just culture, all of it. It doesn't matter. We're all one light and one energy, and we have the same source flowing through us. And so it's never too late. It's never too late. You can, you know, recognize the law of attraction, and very quickly, you know, wonderful things will start happening for you. But again, you're not looking for this condition to change so that you can be happy. You're choosing to be happy now, because those vibrations are what is going to bring you to your new story, you know. And so it's kind of backwards the way we've thought about it. So we've just got to snap out of it and say, you know, this is not working. It hasn't worked for a long time, and I just keep beating the same drum, you know, over and over and over, and it's not working. So now that we understand the law of attraction, there's so much out there that we can figure out, you know. We can read the books, watch the videos, just all these, you know, meditate, all the things that I've been talking to you about, appreciation, everything that we've kind of pushed to the side because, you know, the news, I think, and social media and all that stuff has just really inundated us with such a negative vibe. And it just snowballs, and we don't realize the power of that until we put the law of attraction in place, and then we can see it. You know, I was never a big social media person. The very few times I got on Facebook, I didn't feel good at all. One, I was like, why do I care about what you're doing 24/7? You know, I don't care. And, you know, makes you feel like my life isn't very good. Look at all they're doing. Look what they're going. Look who's with them. Look what's happening, you know. And you start comparing yourself and feeling, you know, worse because you're just little old me sitting here with not much to share. And there's just no reason for it, you know. I mean, we need to just shut all that off and live our lives and not compare, not be competitive, nothing. Just be you, you know yourself and be you. Live in the place you want to and make it beautiful, you know, make it beautiful. And so now's the time. I mean, I see the world, like I say, in a beautiful, abundant, fun, adventurous place. You know, one little thing in the news means nothing to me. You know, it just doesn't mean anything to me. Think of, I mean, there's just so many good things that are happening that we don't hear anything about. I mean, just think about it. If we were able to have all of these good stories inundated into our news instead of this other, how different would it be? How different would it be? You know, we just don't even understand what's happened. And then the movies that we watch that are full of jealousy and revenge and violence and all of that. I mean, why? I can't hardly look at those things anymore because they don't make me feel good. So why am I watching a movie that doesn't make me feel good? I mean, I used to not believe in happy endings, you know, fairy tales. I thought, you know, that just never happens. There's no happy endings, and life is hard, and it's not like this at all. And I would just, you know, kind of brush that idea aside as if it wasn't even real or possible. And now I look at those movies and say, it is possible. You know, it is possible to have a happy ending. It is possible to have relationships that are not full of drama and trauma that actually, you know, care and bring you to a place of power and confidence in relationships and ease and flow. And, none of this back and forth, he said, she said, all kinds of craziness or whatever, or, trying to stomp on somebody else so you can get ahead. All of those things that we watch in those movies, being mad about silly things that just don't matter. I mean, those are the things that we have been inundated with. And we're fooling ourselves if we think that they don't affect us, because they do. They do affect us. Once in a while, if you want to watch a movie like that or whatever, but as a rule of thumb, to feel good, you're going to have to do things that make you feel good. I mean, really. Does watching the news make you feel good? Does looking at a movie that's full of violence and anger and hate make you feel good? Jealousy, revenge, why do we watch that stuff? I used to. I mean, I used to just drink it in, and it was like a zombie, and I couldn't get enough of it. And my life is worse and worse and worse. And I just never connected the dots, really. But now I do. Now I do. And it's like I have a choice. I can watch this or I can watch that. I can do this or I can do that. And if it makes me feel good, that's the choice I want to make. I want to make the choice that makes me feel good. I mean, I have these little crafts that I do. I color in color books, or I have those little felt wall art type things that you use little markers with in the craft section of the store. And they're just so fun to do while you're sitting there on the couch. Instead of turning on the TV, I turn on some really nice music, and I start creating. I start creating this beautiful piece that I want, and then I can display it. I can show it and say, look what I did, and just things like that we think are just so meaningless, like, oh, well, that's for your teenage girls or whatever to do, but I'm a grown-up now, I don't color. But no, those are fun things to do, at least for me. I mean, you find your own thing, but that's just an idea out there that is not, it's not that time consuming. You can put it away and do it for a while and then put it away and bring it back out. And just things like that we used to do that are just, they make you feel good. They just make you feel good. And so I'm doing more and more of those kinds of things, which is how you get to know yourself. The more you do the things that feel good to you, the more you know yourself. There's so many things that are waiting to be tapped into that we're not even thinking about. We just put ourselves in a box and say, this is it, this is all I am, and that's it, But there's so much more to all of us. I mean, there's just so much creativity that we all have in different ways to share and to find and to be, that bring out amazing things. And who knows what it leads to? I mean, we just don't know, but it doesn't matter. If it leads to just you feeling good, then that's it. That's it. That's wonderful. Like I say, I started playing the rakumi drum, and I don't know, I just saw like a quick ad on it one time, and the sounds that it made were so soothing and so beautiful. And I was just like, I gotta have one of those. I have got to have one of those. And I've never played a drum or anything like that. I don't know if you know what a rakumi drum is, but it's just, it's just a softer way, like a harp almost, in the way that it sounds. But it's just fun, and kids can play. I mean, it's not like it's a difficult thing. It's just fun. So it's not like I have to effort and work and really whatever. It's just I get inspired, and then I start playing around with the different notes, and the next thing I come up with a song, and it makes me feel good. I like it. And then I can record it and listen to it later and, change it up a bit or whatever. But it's just so many little things that we can do that we've got to start feeling good just because. And it's fully in our power to do that. Know yourself, fall in love with yourself, and enjoy being with yourself. And then you're going to have all these wonderful things that you can share with others because you're in that place of power. And it just opens up doors that we don't even understand. We just open up doors that we're like, wow, this is so exciting and so different. And I'm ready, I'm ready to do things differently and be more than I've ever been before, and not allow conditions or the news or other good meaning people to tell me who I am. I want to know who I am for me, because we're all worthy, and we're all beautiful, and we're all powerful, and we all have so much creativity in us that's waiting to be let loose, and it will help the entire world. Those vibrations are so powerful. One light, one energy, we are master creators, and we can tap into this mass consciousness of that one light and one energy. And there's so much potential for us all. So, make a decision. Make a decision to do things that make you feel good, and every day appreciate, every day meditate, every day celebrate. And like I say, you do it for 22 days, you won't want to stop, because you're going to see amazing things happening. And that's what we want. We all want better things in our world, and it starts with us in the most powerful way. So take care of yourself. Don't feel guilty about it at all. You need to love yourself before you can love others. And then everything will just flow from you in a very loving, compassionate way, where you really are helping other people, and solutions are coming, and people are connecting, and it's all changing, and it just really is magical. So I hope that you will try those things. Share with me different ways that you feel good, that whatever you do or whatever it is, that we can say, oh, okay, that's a good idea. We can kind of help each other in that way. It doesn't have to be complicated and difficult or expensive or whatever. It can just be simple things. Like I said, coloring, playing your drum, listening to the song, just laughing, not making such a big deal about everything. Just be light with yourself and realize that, life is supposed to be fun. And I'm ready to do that. So, okay, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. All right, I love you all. Bye.